So that is an entire plot there. Okay, well. Yeah. That would be the doorway there. So if I just move this up. There we go. Need to dig that part down. Thank you very much. Let me just, because I am not prepared and I haven't got my Twitch alerts open. Let me just double check who dat. Oil Bucket. Oh, thank you so much for the tip there. Hey there. Been a huge fan of yours for ages. Back in the Nomoria days. Just wanted to thank you for all the fun times so far. Oh, thank you very much. That's incredibly kind of you. I really appreciate that. It's always wonderful to hear from people who've been following the channel since Nomoria days. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Right. So we want to dig this back just a little bit because I want this to be a double wide staircase going up. There we go. Now this will also give us how much room I'm actually going to make with the stairs as well, because I'll be able to see exactly how many stairs down we go. I hazard to say this, but I'm a little bit concerned that I may actually need to rise the ground up by one level to have enough room for everything that we're going to want, because the kilns take a set amount of room to operate. They actually take quite a lot. And I'm going to want to have separate rooms for the two kilns. We're also going to want a mason's bench. There we go. Inventory's too heavy. Fair enough. Let's shunt it around a little bit. This can all go down here. There you go. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's only going to give me a 3 tall room. I think we're actually going to have to raise the floor up by 1 level. That's a bit of a pain. A 4 tall room is much better because a kiln itself is rather large. Let me bring up the... Can I just bring up kilns in here? No. I cannot, unless it's in workstations. Kiln. There you go. So the size is a 2 by 2 by 3. So this would only give it one bit of clearance, but it requires 45 meters of free volume in the room. It's not awful. I remember Nomoria. That game had potential. Oh, it still does have potential. I mean, honestly, I am kind of tempted to just one day just boot up Nomoria, vanilla Nomoria, and play through it again. But I'm also somewhat tempted to just, we're gonna have to raise it up by 1 level, and 1 level will be enough for me. But I'm also somewhat tempted to just grab a modded version of Nomoria. I'm not sure if Ignomoria is sufficiently developed yet for prime time, but it is starting to look really good. The only issue is the UI is a bit bare bones right now, but it is basically Nomoria rewritten in a modern code base so it can handle hundreds upon hundreds of gnomes and thousands upon thousands of goblins. So you can have a good deal of fun with Ignomoria, or Ignomaria. I can't remember how it's actually said. Let me just quickly check that up on Steam for you. It is shown on Steam, I believe. Let me just open that up. Ignomia. There we are. Oh, there's apparently on August 9th, there's a new UI on the default branch. Nice. And it's going open source. Oh, that's awesome. It's been in development for about 3 years at this point. But it is going open source, so yeah. It is basically a built from the ground up with Robobob's blessing version of Nemoria. Yeah, he's been working very steady on it. I could lower the world instead of raising the plot, but I want it to be balanced with the road outside. I don't want to lower the road. I mean, I guess I could, but that would require pulling everything back even further to make it a nice transition. I could do that. But I don't really think I would want to. Now, understand that it's not actually that bad that I'm going to have to lift this up anyway, because I was going to have to excavate the dirt out of this in order to make a solid ground to work on. So this just means that I have to start that job a little bit earlier rather than later. Either way, I think 'tis time for us to make some dirt ramps. Let's get 2 to start with. That's going to have to build out from here along. Yeah, we're gonna have a fair bit of excavation in order to make this all work, but it'll happen. But yeah, the server is definitely experiencing a bit of lag right now. It is showing its limit when it comes to having a lot of active players, all changing the world in myriad different ways. But you know, it's just going to be a thing that happens. Once we've managed to pull down the complexity of the world a bit by clearing up all of the mess we've made, then that should mitigate some of the problem. Now is where I'm not going to have enough dirt to do everything I want to do. It's kind of a good problem to have, really, when you think about it. But 2 a.m. for me. Good night, all. I'll take care, Night Crusade. Thanks for dropping by, mate. Don't mind me when I just resculpt the land. Oops, that one was not meant to be taken out. There we go. Inventory too heavy. Perfect. And how's this going? You're not crafting anything anymore. Are you? Nope. So the ramps should be in storage then. Yeah, there we are. Actually, I'm not going to be able to put these down just yet. First, I need to lay out the dirt that they're going to be sat on. Now, the basic ramps are 4 long. That should do. Let's get some more. There we go. Can I not place it? There you go. I'm going to need 2 for each side. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 down on this side. Ooh, we're actually going to overstep the bounds of our building area by quite a lot if we do it this way. The only other thing we could do is we could actually have stairs rather than ramps. But if we do it that way, it's going to be... Well, I imagine people will be able to drag to their carts even if they just park their cart down on the floor. That shouldn't be an issue in and of itself. What do you think, chat? Because this is going to take a long way for us to draw this down. Remember, we've got to go down another 2 levels, so that's 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's that onto this level. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's down from this level. So another 1, 2, 3, 4 about here, and another 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll be around about here before the ramp is complete. Not being able to bring a cart up here isn't necessarily the worst thing. Because again, you can have a cart parked down there. On the flip side, I could have ramp going down one side and stair going down the other so that people have options. You know what? I kind of like that. I think that would work. Ramp and stair. Oh, that's a little bit too much. I put in 3 there rather than 2, but sure. Tonk. Hello, Cramps. Hello, mate. Watching you have fun is the best. Stay dapper. Oh, that's really sweet of you to say. Thank you. Let's grab these 2. Yeah, we'll have ramps on one side, stairs on the other. I think that's a good compromise. That way, we've got wheelchair access. One, 2, 3, 4. It's not grand, but we can make it work. In fact, that shouldn't be there. We need that further down. You can tell I'm a mason, not a tree chopper, considering how quickly I can demolish a pile of rock. Okay, that should work. Should be able to access the ramps from here. Now, this isn't going to give access to the largest carts, but it should be good enough, I think. Or rather, I hope. And yeah, I could add a ladder on the other side so people can just walk up on one side. But, you know, if they want to have cart access, they're going to have to drag that cart up from the other side. Yeah, that does make a lot of sense to me. I am out of dirt, apparently. Well, that's unfortunate, but okay. Down we go. to about there. Just finish building this out. Right, it's still going to be a ways out to bring all of the dirt down, but it shouldn't be absolutely awful for us. Donk. There you go. I do find that little donk sound very satisfying. Getting some crushed iron ore here. You can probably trade that off. I'm sure there'll be plenty of people who'll need it. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll bring us down to the very bottom. We're going to need someone with a road tool to come along and flatten this out, I'm sure, but if we want, we can just flatten this area so that the ramp can wheel around into it. That should work okay. Just leave that there just so I can mark where I've been. No, come on, let's go. Ah, no. No, okay, fine. Drop you there. Sometimes these things are finicky. That's right. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Just a little bit. There we are. Gotcha. Ay. Almost lost you too. All right, has this finished this job? Yep. Let's grab those two. Now I'll undermine the ramps later on and replace them with proper stone. There we go, and then another 2 and we're down onto the lowest level then. And everything is wonderful. Just needed to be built up enough that someone coming off the road can wheel around, probably like 3 block clearance maybe, take a turn, and then come straight back up on the other side. And someone who is coming for charcoal, for example, not mortared stone or bricks, which do need to be transported by cart, can just climb up the ladder on the far side and go straight into the shop. Or if they come for furniture, I mean, I could set up some furnishings to be produced over here if people want to sell the items. I'll have all of the materials nearby to do it, so why not, eh? That's 2 more ramps, and then we're good. Let's head over here, grab some more of the dirt. Now, if the winding ramps are 4 wide, then it might be okay. Yeah, winding ramps and large carts do not mix at all. You have to make those ramps very wide. This is built for hand carts, really. It's in the center of town. I'm hopeful that most people will be okay with it. And there's enough of a flat area outside that if they've got a large wagon or something like that, like a proper big cart, or, for example, a truck, they can probably just park outside and they'll still be within inventory range of it. So they'll be able to interact with it. And I'll have a mailbox outside, if only for that to be an option. They can just interact with the mailbox, which will be accessible by everyone, and then can use that to access the inventory, which is lower down the clip, lower down outside the shop. You know, do little things here and there in order to facilitate better trade, a better shopping experience. Grab a little bit more from over here as well. In a way, I am actually kind of glad that we're going to be building up, because it means I don't need to replace all of this flooring just quite yet. I can instead focus on building the shop first. And in the meanwhile, we can add the stockpile. Ooh, that's a good call. Oh, thank you very much, Paper Weasel. 9 months. Diolch yn fawr. Aavak, are we discussing the suggestion of having the ramps make a 180 turn as to not go so far off the claim? I'm not going to do that, no. A winding path is absolutely okay to do, but for me to achieve that, I need to pull this claim back a lot more. Because again, as Annie pointed out, we'd need like a 4-wide path to achieve that, when my claim only goes up this far. So I'd need to dig this back another 2, and then another 4 beside. And then because I'm finicky and I'd want a path between the windy bits, I would basically need another 7 tiles back just to make a winding ramp. That's a bit much to ask. That is a bit much to ask. I think this will be good enough. If someone wants to drag a cart up the ramp, they could totally do that. And if they don't have to. If in the future it becomes important to do that, though, I mean, it would be a bit of extra work for me to do, but I could just move the shop back. Sweet Orange Bunny, yeah, hence the winding. Yeah, no, but that's what I mean, Sweet Orange Bunny. Is if I want it to be a 4-wide ramp, because if I'm going to build a winding ramp, you know, I may as well accommodate the larger carts. Then I would need 7 more tiles of space that way. That's an awful lot. That's a claim and a half. I mean, I could just have 3 wide, but I'm still going to need to push it back a decent way. What do you think, chat? I mean, if you're down with me working on that, I can account for it. I've got enough claims to drive the shop front back far enough to do it. Let me know in chat what you're thinking. Should we go for, you know, I guess there is something to be said about, you know, you may as well not skimp and just go for the best. Do the ramps have to be on my claim? No. In fact, these 2 ramps aren't on my claim. But I don't want to bring the ramps over the road, because then I'm just getting in people's way. That's not very helpful of me. You know? A basement loading zone is viable. Yes. Yes, it is. It's absolutely viable. 100%, in fact. A basement loading zone is 100% viable. In fact, so much so. So much so. Wait, let me have a look. I want to know what a storage space is. How tall do they have to be? I don't want these. Okay, we don't have those. Industrial components? No. Economic? No. All right, let me go up and have a quick look at something. Yeah, basement loadings. I mean, I was going to have something happening in the basement anyway, but I can just like shimmy around what I was initially intending to do. All right. Stockpile. Oh, it was a stockpile, not storage. It's 5 by 5 by 5. All right. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd have to sink it by 1 level. I could sink it by 2, though. I am beginning to form a plan. How big is a contract board? So 1 by 3 by 3. It's a 3. Okay. Well, that's annoying, but okay. Still, I can make that work. Hey, DCI Sergey. I hope you all have a fantastic and lovely day. Oh, that's very kind of you to say. Thank you. This is always going to be a 3-story building. But I can move around what was going to happen on each story. Now, that is going to require that the middle story is going to have to be expanded in height to accommodate what I'm thinking of doing. But we can 100% make this happen. It is entirely possible. Okay, so new plan. As I'm going to require labor for the kilns are going to need a certain amount of logging labor, not something I can provide. The mason's benches don't require that. I can give that to it myself. So, it approached me. This is fair. It is still here. It is fair game. No, it's gone. Well played, Rabbit. But yeah, no, I think we can make this happen. I think I'll move the storages to the middle floor. It won't be as visually striking because I was going to kind of have them on the top so that everyone could see what was available to buy. But I'll move them to the middle floor. It'll be effectively a warehouse layer with the shops present down there so that you can move up to them and interact with them here. The 2 shops, you move up and interact. There'll also be a contract board. And if you accept the contract to go and add some logging labor, you climb up the stairs and the kilns will be on top now. Down the bottom, I can have storage chests and some miscellaneous workshops. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. Thank you very much for the feedback, chat. This is going to turn out quite well, I think. I'm not going to be able to do that. Okay, then we're not going to need the ramps at all, as it happens. Now that part's a little bit less awesome because I've made them, but I guess I could still have them, but I'm not inclined to keep them, I don't think. Tunk? There we go. Odin of Asgard, thank you very much for the 12 months. A full year. Happy to be able to return to enjoying the dapper streams of Aavak. Oh, I'm glad you're here, mate. Thank you. Let me just quickly refresh something. Pop. There we go. Good, good, good. Right, okay, so back to what we were going to work on then. All right, so this is still the middle point, and I still like having it this high. So I'm going to need some materials to place down. I mean, mortared stone would be ideal. To do that, I'm going to need a... I'm going to need the mortared stone to build a room to make the masonry bench, really. I wonder how much mortared stone is available over at my shop. Let's see. Has anyone delivered mortared stone over to my shop, I wonder? It's a sale price of 1, so let me look at the bottom of the sale price list. I'm still using Aavak credits over there, so... Mortar sandstone is there for 1. Silver clover, my lord. Okay, so no, there's no mortared stone over there, but I can quickly get back there and make a lot of it. That being said, I could probably just as fast chop down a bunch of trees, make a house, and put a mason's workbench in there. That's probably the direction we're going to go in, I'm thinking. Sure. Let's grab you. We need to go and get some trees.